If you've been trying or are trying to quit sugar, you have probably asked yourself a few times, why do I crave sugar? I know firsthand how addictive sugar can be. I used to constant binge on sugary foods, and my sugar addiction got me to develop eating disorders in my beginning 20s. And that's the moment where I started to get obsessed with the topic sugar cravings. Hi, my name is Katie. I am a Sicilian certified nutrition coach, and in the next few minutes I will give you an overview of the main scientific reasons behind sugar cravings. Sugar cravings can be explained by a complex mix of physiological, psychological, and neurological factors. Here I'm going to share the top 5 mechanisms to explain why you crave sugar based on the most reliable scientific sources. So let's start. Number 1, neurotransmitter regulation. Sugary consumption not only activates the reward pathways in the brain, particularly involving neurotransmitters like dopamine, which is associated with pleasure and reward, but also triggers the release of serotonin, which is a mood booster. This is why sugar often provides that temporary mood lift that you may have experienced. Sugar can also induce addictive-like behavior, as demonstrated in a study published in a journal called Cell Metabolism. This study used rats as subjects, but suggests that similar mechanism might be also valid for humans. It's also important to see that these addictive tendencies can lead to overconsumption of sugar and contribute to various health issues such as obesity and diabetes, to name the most relevant ones. And finally, the sudden drop in blood sugar levels after that initial high, the initial sugar high, can lead to further cravings, creating a so-called vicious cycle. Number 2, brain imaging studies. Functional magnetic resonance imaging, the so-called fMRI, studies have revealed that sugar activates regions in the brain which are associated with reward and motivation, such as the nucleus accumbens and prefrontal cortex. Individuals with higher neural response to sugar intake are more likely to experience increased cravings and consume more sugary foods over time. Number 3, gut-brain axis. There is an increasing number of research suggesting that the gut microbiota may play a role in sugar cravings. The composition of the gut bacteria can influence appetite regulation and food preferences. This communication between the gut and the brain has been proved to be bidirectional, and that puts an emphasis on the potential impact that the gut microbiota has on food cravings and also on our behavior. Number 4, hormonal responses. As you may know, consuming sugar triggers the release of hormones such as insulin, which regulates blood sugar levels. When you eat food that quickly raise your blood sugar, you feel more hungry and crave more food. This is different from when you eat food that also raise your blood sugar slowly. On the other side, if we look into our hormones, there are 3 other hormones that have big impact on sugar cravings. The first is cortisol, the so-called stress hormone, but we will cover stress in a moment. The other 2 are ghrelin and leptin. Ghrelin is produced in your stomach. It's also known as the hunger hormone. It regulates your appetite and tells you when you're hungry. Ghrelin levels increase in your blood just before eating or during fasting. The moment you are eating, ghrelin levels in your system go down. Sleep deprivation can also cause ghrelin spikes. That's the reason why we tend to be more hungry when we are sleep deprived. The second hormone influencing your cravings is leptin. While ghrelin tells you that you're hungry, leptin is the hormone that tells your brain that you are full. It's also called the obesity hormone or starvation hormone. The primary function of leptin is to help your body maintain its weight. But when it's low, it can cause to never feel satisfied after eating, or you can keep on feeling hungry all the time. And this can lead to more cravings. Leptin also increases cortisol. That leads to additional hormone imbalance. So it's very important to keep your hormone in check to better manage and also get rid of sugar cravings. Number 5, last but not least, psychological factors. Sugar cravings can also be influenced by psychological factors such as stress, emotions, and learned behaviors. When we are stressed, we often turn to sugar. A study from Harvard found that sugar can actually calm our stress response in the brain, so we might be reaching for that chocolate bar just to help us handle our feelings. The findings of another study called How Chronic Stress Drives the Brain to Crave Comfort Food clearly state how stress can override a natural brain response that diminishes the pleasure gained from eating. In other words, your brain is continuously rewarded to eat, and that is the most powerful reason why you have cravings. One last word about stress and food. Stress can make us eat more than usual, and not just sugar. We often reach for yummy, high-calorie foods like chocolate, ice cream, chips, and so on. But here's the catch. Stress really loves sugar. Almost 70% of people eat more sweet treats like cookies, cakes, candies when they are stressed out. Watch out your stress response and learn to manage stress like a pro. Managing sugar cravings involves understanding a combination of unique factors that vary from person to person. To quit sugar and eliminate cravings, begin by identifying the reasons behind your cravings. Whenever you're serious about making the switch to a healthier lifestyle and living a sugar-free life, I've packed the best science-based knowledge along with my decade of experience with sugar into a short course to help you achieve exactly that, your sugar-free life.